Okay, hello everybody, hello year four. Welcome to your third lesson of geography. Okay, we're going to carry on our learning about the landscapes and nature and land use in the UK, as there is some beautiful sites all over the UK. Now, we're going to zone in, just like we did last week, we zoned into the Jurassic coast landscape. We're now going to zone into one of the national parks. Now, you might have looked at this in the first lesson. So this is the Lake District. Look at it, it's absolutely beautiful. Now looking at this picture, can you pause the video and make a note of some of the things that people might do in the Lake District? What might you do in the Lake District? Just looking at this picture, why might you go there? All right, hopefully we've had a think about a couple of things. So the Lake District, a lot of people go there for walking, okay, staycation. They go and walk around the amazing mountains, and they get absolutely stunning views like this one. It's a lot of known for doing sort of like camping trips where people go hiking, perhaps even like mountain cycling as well. And people also go into the lakes, and there's lots of things that you can do by the lakeside as well. So absolutely beautiful place. Now, do you know where it is in the country? Where is the Lake District? Have a think, and I'll show you on my next slide. You might even go on your internet and see if you can Google map it to have a look where it would be on my blank map. Okay, so the Lake District is up north. Okay, it's right in the top of England, almost edging near Scotland. If I move my face, you'll see that it takes about from where we are now in Milton Keynes, up at Orchard Academy, to the Lake District National Park. It would take us 3.5 hours. It's quite a long time to get from all the way down here to drive up to the Lake District. So yeah, that's where the Lake District is, just to give us a little bit of geography. Now, the main name in the Lake District has got that word lake. Now, do you think the Lake District is just lakes? Do you think it's just got lakes in it? Have a thing. What else do you think is there? Now, the Lake District does feature a lot of lakes. It's got some of the biggest lakes in our country. It's also got some of the highest mountains in our country as well. So it's made up of this beautiful landscape of lakes and mountains, and it doesn't have huge cities, so you won't find places like Primark, or you won't find places like Debenhams in the Lake District. You often have to go and if you live in the Lake District, you often have to go and travel to go to big supermarkets like that. But it does have tiny little historic towns. So quite often when you go to the Lake District, there won't be a great big city and skyscrapers, but there'll be little towns, little shops, little farm shops and things like that. So that's the Lake District. Now, I wanted to talk to you more about things that we learn in geography. And one of the things that we learn in geography is about the weather, because we can compare two different places by looking at the weather. So we've compared one thing about what it's got there. So in the Lake District, it doesn't have loads of shops, it's got mountains and lakes. Another way in which the Lake District is different is because of the weather. The weather is different in the Lake District. So you can see that the maximum temperature, how hot it is, if you look at the Lake District is the orange one. We know how to do all of these. These are all bar graphs. We've been learning about that in maths. And then if you have a look at the blue one, which one has the highest temperature generally throughout the year? Which one is hotter, Milton Keynes or the Lake District? Have a look at the orange ones, have a look at the blue ones. Which ones are hotter? Yes, Milton Keynes is generally a little bit warmer. The Lake District, when you go to the Lake District, even though people go there on holiday, they go there for the walking in the lakes and the beautiful landscapes. They might not go there for the sunny weather. But still in June and July time, they hit temperatures of about 16 and 17 degrees, whereas we might be going into the 20s, like 21 degrees. Now, the other way in which we can look about weather is something that England and the UK is very famous for. What do you think that the UK is very famous for? Our rainfall. Look at that. Right, same colours, but this is actually measuring how much rain a certain place gets. Now have a look at the Lake District, the orange ones, and have a look at the blue ones. Now you can tell me which one has more rainfall, the Lake District or the Milton Keynes? Yes, the Lake District gets a lot of rain, a lot of rain. Milton Keynes gets significantly less rain. And I am going to tell you why. Why is that? Why is it that the Lake District, people go there on holiday for a rainy holiday? So the Lake District has really cool winters. It's got cool summers than there normally would be. And that's about where it is in the country. So a lot of the reason why weather is the way it is, so why it rains and why some places snow, because at the moment up in the north they are getting loads of snow, but us in Milton Keynes we're not getting much snow, and that's all because you see down here the influence of the sea. So we've got something, you don't really need to know too much about this, is that we've got something called a Gulf Stream, and it's a stream sort of like in the atmosphere that brings on this weather into certain parts of the country. And a lot of that Gulf Stream goes into more of the north of the country than it does towards the south. So generally, the weather in the Lake District is wet. Okay, yeah. So it's all to do with the sea and what the sea brings into us in certain places. Now, like I was saying, a lot of the Lake District is famous for its tourism. So people come and go into the Lake District. So that's what tourism means. It means where people go there on holiday. So you've got lots of people here coming to the Lake District for their lovely rainy holiday. So the Lake District does have a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to its climate. So the fact that it is so rainy means that it's not very good for the tourist industry. So people don't really want to go to a place where it's really rainy. But the rain is what gives its lush green valleys. So if we go back to some of those pictures where you've got these beautiful greenery, the reason why it's also beautifully green is because it's got all of this rainfall. So the weather may put off some visitors. People might not want to go to the Lake District because it is so rainy and wet and cold. But the ones who do come, they spend more money on wet days, perhaps in shops and cafes and different attractions. So the thing is with England, and I'm sure you know this, that the weather changes. Okay, sometimes in June it can be a beautiful sunny day, and sometimes it could be rainy. So it changes. So people still go on their trip to the Lake District to enjoy their time away. Okay, who likes mountains? We've got some of the highest mountains in the Lake District. This one here, Scafell Pike. If you ever get the chance to go and hike up Scafell Pike, it'll be one of the biggest challenges that you do. It's got a really high altitude, so you go almost up into the clouds. So quite often on Scafell Pike, you've got like snow because it's very cold when you get to the top of the mountain. So that's 978 meters. Now that is above sea level. So they measure it from sea level and how tall it is, 978 metres. You've then got that's Scafell Pike, and then you've got Scafell, which is right next to it, very similar, but it's just sort of like a lower down mountain. And those are some of the other mountains in the Lake District. But the biggest one to remember is Scafell. You've also got like the highest mountains in Wales, which is Snowdonia. So that's another big mountain. Okay, you've also got some Lake District. We've obviously got some big, large lakes. So we've got Lake Windermere. It's one of the biggest lakes. Lots of people go to the town of Windermere as well because it's got that such big, large lake, which is a tourist attraction. A lot of people go to Windermere as part of their holiday as well. So I'm going to put this website up and you can have and explore all about the Lake District. If you've enjoyed learning a little bit with me about the Lake District, you can go on that website and have an explore yourself. Maybe write down a couple of facts if you want to, but that's a little extra activity. What you are going to do, this is another little activity that you can do that I'm going to put on the sway. You can use the map of the Lake District and see if you can label and find some of the mountains. So there you are, there's something Pike, Scafell Pike. See if you can spot some of the mountains on the maps. There's Scafell, see if you can find Lake Windermere. Oh, there you are, Lake Windermere. See if you can spot some of those. That's another little activity for you to do. Okay, but the main thing is that we're going to look at a town called Keswick. Now, Keswick is one of the biggest towns in the Lake District. You can see, just like I was saying, little shops, little cafes. It's got some history there as well. It's got like the cathedral. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to put a YouTube clip on the sway, and you don't have to watch all of it. Okay, it's quite long. It's someone who lives in Keswick, and he gives us a little tour of the town centre. You don't have to watch it all the way through. I didn't watch it all the way through. I watched a little bit of it just to get an idea of what Keswick is like. But then your activity is to it's gone. Is to create a poster about why people should visit Keswick. So why would you visit the Lake District? What is a good holiday attraction? So you're going to make a bit like a brochure as to why you should come to Keswick. So these are some of the reasons why it would be lovely to come to Keswick. So I'm going to do a little model as well. So I'm going to take a picture of my one and put it on the sway so you can have a look at a good example. And then these are some of the things that you might put in your poster. It might be that you go and visit the Keswick Museum, which I'm not quite sure whether Miss Evans has spelled correctly. It might be that you can go and visit an art gallery. It might be that you might like shops and it's known for its film festival. So just almost like little bubbles around your brochure. Okay, so I'm going to post my example at the bottom as well, so you can have a look about what it should look like. Right, I hope you've enjoyed learning about the Lake District. Looking forward to seeing your beautiful brochures about Keswick and persuading me to come. Right, well done.